Are we live? It looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Pop Culture Asylum. I'm your host, Gabriel. I hope everyone had a great day today. I definitely did. And I hope everyone who's watching this video is also having a great day as well. It's Wednesday. You know what that means. AEW Dynamite was tonight, specifically AEW Dynamite Beach Break. And this was another fun episode of AEW Dynamite. It wasn't anything too special, but obviously we got a couple matches here and there. But oh my god, the beginning of the show and the end of the show was so much fun. The beginning of the show, we started off the freaking show with Sammy Guevara and Cody Rhodes in the ladder match for the to crown the undisputed TNT champion. And oh my god. Woo, man, what a match that was. But I will talk about that in a little bit. I'll talk about that match in a little bit, but that was a phenomenal match. I cannot wait to talk about it. Also, in our main event, we also had Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy in probably their final match of their feud. That was also a very enjoyable matchup. Cannot wait to talk about that. Now, before we talk about AEW Dynamite, before we talk about all of that, this is the part of the video where we talk about all the stuff that happened in professional wrestling so far this week. Obviously, nothing has happened, but something just happened a few minutes ago that I thought was very, very interesting. Now, Johnny Gargano, right? Did Johnny Gargano show up at Beach Break tonight? Unfortunately, no. But after the show was over, Johnny Gargano himself sent this tweet. And if you want to see the tweet, the link is in the description. So if you want to see the tweet for yourself, the link is in the description. But here's what he said. I heard you, and you have no idea how much it means to me that you're excited to see me back at it. It's scary to separate because your insecurities say they'll forget about you, but you haven't forgotten, and I promise that I will make it up to you ASAP. Bro, if that's not cryptic, I don't know what is. Tell me you're coming to AEW without telling me you're coming to AEW. Bro, this is exciting. This is exciting. Yes, we all expected. Hell, I expected Johnny Gargano to come tonight. Obviously, that did not happen. We did see another debut in AEW, which I'm very excited to talk about. But yeah, this is very interesting. This is a very interesting tweet. Could Johnny Gargano come to Revolution maybe? Maybe, just saying. I'm kind of biased because I'm going to Revolution live, which I'm very excited. So hopefully Johnny Gargano makes his debut at Revolution. Just saying. Just saying. That's just me. That's just me. Just saying. But yeah. yeah. Johnny Gargano doesn't have to come back fast. But obviously he has a baby on the way. Obviously he has a baby on the way with Candace, so I'm hopefully he should just enjoy his time enjoy his day off before he comes to AEW. Okay, or I hope he comes to AEW. But yeah, I let him take his time. He has a baby on the way. Let him hang out with his baby for a bit, and hopefully he comes to AEW. Hopefully Johnny Wrestling becomes Johnny Elite. Maybe we can see him in March for Revolution. That's what I'm hoping and praying. But yeah, so I thought that was a very, very interesting tweet. Now, without further ado, let's talk about AEW Dynamite. Now, we start off the show with a match of the year candidate. match of the year This is not just I would argue this is the best ladder match in AEW history, but this is honestly one of the best ladder matches I have seen in a very, very long time. Like, holy shit, was this an amazing matchup to start off Dynamite. Cody Rhodes versus Sammy Guevara in a ladder match to crown an undisputed TNT champion. And man, my God, this was a phenomenal matchup. Like shit. There was a spot in the match where Sammy Guevara did like a fucking cutter to Cody Rhodes. Like, Cody Rhodes was climbing, right? Cody Rhodes was climbing, trying to get the belts. Sammy Guevara was on the side with a smaller ladder, and then he climbs up, he jumps, and does a fucking cutter to Cody Rhodes, all off the sky to the ring. Oh my God. Oh, it's something you have to see to believe. It's really something you have to see to believe. Okay, the clips are all over social media. Okay, guys, if you guys have not seen this matchup, go out of your way to do so. This match was so fucking good. So fucking good, man. This is definitely a match of the year candidate. And also, what's very interesting in this matchup is that Cody was actually like he was playing as a heel tonight. Like, he was fucking heelish tonight, bro. Like, bro. Like, I know, like, he's an anti-hero. Like, have you ever seen The Boys? You know, are you guys familiar with Homelander? Cody Rhodes is fucking Homelander. Okay? He's like pretending to be a good guy, but he's secretly a bad guy at heart. Cody Rhodes is basically Homelander, and I fucking love it. But yeah, great stuff. And after a hard fought matchup, Sammy Guevara ended up winning back the TNT champion. He is now the undisputed TNT champion. And honestly, I'm not mad at it. I'm really not. Okay, so here's what I think. Like, I can understand how some people can be frustrated with this decision because it happened so soon. And here's the thing. I don't mind Sammy Guevara winning back the TNT championship. Hell, I don't mind Cody Rhodes being a transitional champion in this feud. But I feel like AEW kind of rushed this feud. You know what I mean? I feel like they rushed it. Like, don't get me wrong, the story was there. Okay, literally the only mistake they made in this rivalry between Cody Rhodes and Sammy Guevara is that they really didn't have time to expand on it. Like, they rushed it. You know, here's how, here's the timeline, right? Cody Rhodes wins the title against Sammy Guevara on Rampage. Okay, Cody Rhodes is out because of medical reasons. Sammy Guevara wins the interim TNT championship. Okay, but then like a week later, Cody Rhodes makes his return. And that's the big problem right there. Why do you have Cody Rhodes return immediately? Okay, why not let Cody Rhodes be out for like a couple of weeks, maybe a month, have Sammy Guevara defend the TNT championship while he's away, like an actual interim TNT champion. And then once Cody Rhodes comes back, well, Cody Rhodes says he's a true champion. Sammy Guevara says that he's the true champion because while Cody is away, Sammy Guevara has been defending the TNT championship. And instead of the ladder match happening tonight, they honestly should have saved it for Revolution. Or at least a little, like a Dynamite or two before. I feel like this rivalry was way too rushed, in my opinion. I feel like if they just expanded, and just, you know what I mean? I feel like many people would be more happy about the ending because again, I don't mind Sammy Guevara being the undisputed TNT champion. I don't mind Cody Rhodes being a transitional champion for Sammy because honestly, Sammy Guevara looked like $1,000,000 tonight. He really did. Okay. But AEW is not creating stars. Oh no. Oh my God. Man, the people that say that on social media just it's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. Okay, but yeah, Sammy Guevara looked like $1,000,000 tonight. Okay, so I don't mind how they ended. Hell, I don't mind how the rivalry started. I don't mind this rivalry. It's just it really didn't click with many people, including myself, because they really didn't expand on this. Like they just completely rushed it. It could be just me, but I felt like they just completely rushed it. If they just took their time with this rivalry, I feel like many people would be more forgiving about this rivalry and the ending that we got tonight. But yeah, that's just me. But yeah, so a rare L by AEW, in my opinion. A very rare L, in my opinion. They really should have expanded on this rivalry. But yeah, this was a phenomenal matchup. A phenomenal matchup to start off Dynamite. A phenomenal matchup to end this rivalry. And again, congrats to Sammy Guevara. He looked like $1,000,000 in this matchup. Awesome, awesome job. It's definitely a match of the year candidate. And if you haven't watched Dynamite tonight, go out of your way to specifically watch this match. It's so good. Amazing opener to start off Dynamite. After that, we get a Team Taz promo. And it was announced by Ricky Starks that next week he wants Jay Lethal and he will defend the FTW Championship against Jay Lethal next Friday on Rampage. So we're finally going to get that matchup between Ricky Starks and Jay Lethal. And I'm actually very excited for this matchup. Like, it's going to be a great match between Ricky Starks and Jay Lethal. And I think Ricky Starks having a win over a guy like Jay Lethal could be pretty big for Ricky Starks. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, man. Allergies, man. I fucking hate allergies. Hashtag hate allergies. But after that, we got Warlow in action in a handicap match against two other people. I forgot their names. But it was basically a squash match. Warlow wins. Nothing crazy there. After that, we get a 6-man tag team match as Chris Jericho and Proud and Powerful went against Daniel Garcia and 2.0. And literally, there were dissension between Santana Ortiz and Chris Jericho. Like, they were not working as a unit. And this was a very good 6-man tag team match. Very, very good 6-man tag team match. Chris Jericho and Proud and Powerful picks up the victory. But Chris Jericho just leaves Proud and Powerful. Of course, Jericho gives the middle fingers to Santana and Ortiz. So yeah, they're continuing to plant the seeds of Santana and Ortiz leaving the inner circle, which again is the right call. Okay, again, I love the inner circle, but they have ran its course. Okay, it's time that everyone should go their separate ways. Okay, Sammy Guevara already went his separate ways technically. Okay, we haven't seen Jake Hager, and Santana Ortiz wants to leave Chris Jericho, so just split up the inner circle, which more than likely that's the direction AEW is going, and I am so for it. I am so for it. Matter of fact, reunite LAX, Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz, and Diamante. Bro, LAX, Kingston, Santana Ortiz, and Diamante as LAX and AEW. Please, Tony Khan, please make that happen. That would be so fucking dope. Please make that happen. Oh, I hope AEW does that. I really, really do. After that, we get a vignette. And it was announced that in 2 weeks' time, we will get Adam Page defending the AEW World Championship against Lance Archer in a Texas death match. Hey! And if you have been watching my videos for a long time, you guys know that I'm a fan of hardcore wrestling. So I am very, very excited for Adam Page versus Lance Archer in 2 weeks. Bro, that's going to be a barber. That's going to be a bloody fight, and I'm all in for it, baby. Yeah. After that, we get a little interview with Christian and Jurassic Express and Matt Hardy in Private Party. And it was announced that this Friday on Rampage, we will get Jurassic Express going against Private Party for the AEW Tag Team Championships. And I'm actually really excited for this matchup. Good for Private Party, man. Good for Private Party. I'm actually very excited. Very, very excited for this matchup. After that, we get the CM Punk segment. So CM Punk comes out. Obviously, he comes out. MJF interrupts. And and MJF finally gave in. Next week in Chicago, Illinois, we're finally going to get CM Punk versus MJF in Chicago. Bro, I am excited, man. After that, we get the MJF makes his statement before his matchup next week as everyone in the Pinnacle comes in. FTR, Wardlow, Shawn Spears, and they just destroy CM Punk. Like Shawn Spears hit him with the back with a chair, and Wardlow power bombed CM Punk to Shawn Spears' chair. And this motherfucker like got on CM Punk's chest, did like the like crisscross applesauce, and oh my god, MJF just makes his mark on CM Punk. Next week is absolutely must see. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised that they're doing it this soon. And I've been seeing this idea come around on Twitter that maybe next week Wardlow cost MJF the matchup against CM Punk. Wardlow like inadvertently cost MJF the matchup against CM Punk, and Wardlow finally turns on MJF. Like I've been seeing the idea like pulled up on Twitter for like the last few minutes, and honestly, I'm not against the idea. But at the same time, I'm also not against the idea of MJF defeating CM Punk next week as well. So it's a very, very interesting situation. I wonder which direction AEW will go with this. Hell, CM Punk might not even make it next week after the beatdown the Pinnacle did on CM Punk. Okay, so I'm very interested how AEW handles this next week. But nevertheless, I am extremely excited for CM Punk versus MJF next week. Just that matchup alone, it's fucking must see. Very, very excited. After that, we get the Acclaim. Everybody loves the Acclaimed. Of course, Anthony Bowens and Max Caster called out Jon Moxley, and it was announced this Friday on Rampage that Jon Moxley will go one-on-one against Anthony Bowens. Obviously, we all know who is going to win. After that, we get an interview with Viv Garrison and Julia Hart. And Jake Hardhill picked Mark Cerny interrupted. And of course, Mark Cerny said that Jake Hardhill picked Julia Hart as her next opponent in her open challenge for the TBS Championship. And we're going to get that matchup this Friday on Rampage. So we're going to get Jake Hardhill versus Julia Hart this Friday on Rampage for the TBS Championship. After that, we get Layla Hirsch versus Red Velvet. I love both of these ladies. I fucking love Layla Hirsch, and I'm so happy that Layla Hirsch finally got some TV time. Oh my God, I'm loving this. And this was a great match. Great showing by both of these ladies. Layla Hirsch picks up the victory over Red Velvet. After that, Layla Hirsch attacks Red Velvet's arm, but Chris Statlander came for the save. So yeah, I am loving this rivalry between Layla Hirsch and Chris Statlander. After that, we get a vignette of the House of Black, Malachi Black, and Brody King. And they're basically making like a warning statement to Pac. And it would be announced this Friday, next week on Dynamite, that Brody King and Malachi Black will face Penta El Cielo Miedo, Pentagon Jr. I'm just gonna call him Pentagon Jr. and the returning Pac. Yes, you heard me correctly. Pac is making his return next week, teaming up with Pentagon Jr. against Malachi Black and Brody King. Very excited for that match right there. That's going to be one hell of a fight. Speaking before we talk about what's going on this Friday and next week, we also got a segment with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. And it was an entertaining it was entertaining, but it was a pointless segment. Let's be honest. Nothing really happened. Nobody came out to interrupt her. She just went out there and bragged. And don't get me wrong, Britt Baker's a good bragger. I love Britt Baker. I love it when she talks. But yeah, it was a pointless segment. Nothing too crazy there. Now we go over the part of the video where we talk about the sub that is happening on Rampage this Friday and Dynamite next week. And of course, it is as follows. Rampage this Friday, the matches that have been announced is as follows. Jon Moxley will go one-on-one against Anthony Bowens. FTR will face Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson. Very excited for that one. Jay Carthill will face Julia Hart for the TBS Championship. And Jurassic Express will defend the AEW Tag Team Championships against Private Party. So a fairly stacked Rampage this Friday. And during this, Nyla Rose actually came out and she called out Ruby Soho because Ruby Soho cost Nyla Rose her matchup in the TBS Championship tournament. So it's not official that she's facing Ruby Soho next week, but AEW is basically implying that we're going to get Ruby Soho versus Nyla Rose next week. Oh, speaking of next week, Dynamite next week. So far, the matches that have been announced: CM Punk versus MJF and Pac, and Pentagon Jr., Cielo Miedo, going against Malachi Black and Brody King. So that is the sub that is happening on Rampage this Friday and Dynamite of next week. Now we get to our main event. Adam Cole going one-on-one against Orange Cassidy in a lights out matchup. The final matchup between Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy. And this was a fun match. This was a very fun match. I really enjoyed this matchup between these two. And we even got a cameo from Danhausen. Fucking Danhausen. Okay, remember the debut? Remember the debut that I told you earlier in the video? Well, Danhausen is it. In matter of fact, Danhausen is officially all elite. It was announced by Tony Khan himself on social media that Danhausen is now officially all elite. And I'm very happy for Danhausen. Okay, very, very happy. He'd be pretty entertaining for in AEW. Very excited for what he does. But yeah, this was a very fun main event. And Orange Cassidy finally defeats Adam Cole. Now, I don't mind this because of two things. Number one, a lights out match doesn't really count as an official AEW matchup. So it doesn't matter who wins or who loses. It doesn't affect anyone's record in AEW. And number two, Adam Cole has been dominating Orange Cassidy in this rivalry. Like every time Adam, like, what is it? Like Adam Cole has 3 wins over Orange Cassidy. I don't think it hurts to give Orange Cassidy a win over Adam Cole. Okay, so that's why I did in my Orange Cassidy picking up the win over Adam Cole. But yeah, very fun main event. Very, very fun main event. But yeah, overall, a very fun episode of AEW Dynamite. Again, not much happens. Like there were pieces here and there that was very, very important that, and I also very liked. It wasn't one of the like best Dynamites of all time, but it was a very fun episode. Another very fun episode of AEW Dynamite. But I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. What do you guys think about AEW Dynamites tonight? Did you guys like it? Did you guys not like it? Was there something specifically you like? Was there something specifically you hate? I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. But thank you so much for watching. Much, much appreciated. And if you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you leave a comment. And if you guys like the content that I make sure you subscribe and leave the notification bell so that way you don't miss any of my videos. Oh, one more thing. One more update on my channel before I end this video. So, yes, the Royal Rumble is this Saturday. And like I will review it this weekend, either Saturday or Sunday. Okay, but expect a Royal Rumble review this weekend. I will review the Royal Rumble. But that's basically all I got to say. So expect a Royal Rumble review either on Saturday or Sunday. But yeah, that's all I got to say. Thank you so much for watching. Much, much appreciated. Again, if you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you leave a comment. And if you guys like the content that I make sure you subscribe and leave the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. But until next time, this is Gabriel, and I'll see you next time in the Asylum. Have a nice night, everyone.